You know you make me wanna lose. Kick my heels up and lose. Fuck the Pats and lose. Oh, Buffalo. Whoa, Buffalo. You can eat a dick that you didn't throw on the field. Sorry, I just wanted to sing a little bit and have some fun for a minute. Am I fitting in this frame? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing right now. I just want to get my feet there. You, Brady, you know what you did? You'll get nothing like it. That game was almost how you snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Or how you turn an easy win into a dick puncherific loss. Instead it was, damn, thanks for the defense, and we got some shit to do. Wow. That was just the last of my frustrations coming out, making their way. Yeah, how we feeling? Patriots 16, Bills 10. We are now, of course, live here on the old Wicked Piss of Postgame Live on the Book of Face. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. This is for you. It's as much for me as it is for you. Let's talk it out. Let's feel better together. That's the plan, right? We're all just making our way into the incinerator just like the toys almost did in Toy Story 3. So let's hold hands, crack a fresh one, and talk out a game that was way too intense for my liking. All right, first of all, I would just like to say this. To everyone, and this is just, if this makes me the worst fan in the world, half of Pats fans think I am for some reason, or at least lots of people do, but that's fine. It's all good. To everyone who said, oh, you're an idiot. There's no way that'll be a close game at all. What are you talking about? Patriots 31, Bills 10. Actually, it's more like, high five, awesome. They're 4-0, 19-0, maybe not so much on the table-ish, but Pats are undefeated, they got the win. But also, I've seen a little football before, Maybe your old pal Fitz has watched a couple 2, 3, 25 games before. Told you that was going to be a nail-biter, and it shouldn't have been. No, and we'll talk about the pivotal play that made it the nail-biter that it was in the end. And we'll talk about the players that contributed to the Patriots getting the big win, thanks to that sweet, sweet, rock-hard D. I said it, I'll own it, don't mind it. 16-10 the final. Let's bring you guys up and see who's got what to say right now in the old Wicked Piss Postgame Live, Over 200 of you joining me down here in the old Fitzatorium. Thank you, guys. What is happening? Fitzy, here we go. Matty P. Fitzy, what do you think about that hit? Okay, I'll say it right now. Jonathan Jones, Tommy Curran tweeted this out about an hour ago, bitching and moaning about Dan Fouts' call of the play, saying that Josh Allen was defenseless, and that was a vicious hit by Jonathan Jones. Josh Allen is a truck. Josh Allen is like a slightly less accurate Dante Culpepper, who probably has a bunch of Saturdays Are for the Boys posters all over his wall back at his frat. All right? And he's 240 pounds, 6'5" or 6'6", running for the first down, doesn't even really go into his slide yet. And Jonathan Jones comes and initiates contact after, I think it was D-Mac or J.C. Jackson or whoever was wrapping them up. And there's a little no bromo helmet-to-helmet action. Okay. All right. Let's just all grow up and get past that. And he hits him, and it was a little bit rough, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, the man I win if he doesn't actually initiate that hit. And then, of course, Josh Allen had to go to the worst cafe in the world, the Little Blue Tent, and then ran underneath the stadium. And, of course, Matt Barkley came in and looked pretty good for a while, but ultimately Matt Barkley was Matt Barkley, and the Pats got the win. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it was that illegal. People who I trust that are much sounder and less hot tweety than I am said it wasn't illegal. And, it helped the Patriots get the win, so I love it. Thanks for the question, buddy. All right, let's see what's everyone else got going on here. Oh, the likes and the love are flowing through. What's everyone drinking right now? I said I was going to try and keep it light today because I got radio in the morning, and I want to make sure that I'm fresh as lettuce when I talk to Brady tomorrow on the Greg Hill Show on WEEI. But you know what? That game called for the good stuff. Somebody was nice enough, my pal Walter was nice enough to bring me some Bissell Brothers down from Maine. So I am currently enjoying a industry versus inferiority. Want to know why? The Patriots are the industry, and Buffalo is the inferiority. And as I've been tweeting and posting for the last couple of days, and I mean it when I say it now, Bills Mafia greater than the Bills Mafia. That's right. The most winningest Bill in all of Buffalo Buffalo, Belichick gets it done again. Tom Brady now improves to 31-3 against the Bills. Can you believe that shit? 31-3. Unbelievable. And it's not Tom Brady who necessarily, well, he gets the win, but we'll talk about Tom Brady in just a minute, because Tom, you know what you did, Brady, you know what you did. I hate having like the stern parent or the disappointed dog owner. Like, what did you do? What did you do? I'm not going to grab a newspaper and smack him on the butt. But I do have to find a way to man up and ask him about that stupid interception he threw. All right, let's just address it right now. It's 13-0 Pats, right? And it's like, 4 minutes left in the first half. The defense is just suffocating. I mean, this is turning into an American History X curb stomping at this point. The defense is suffocating the Bills. They can do nothing. Josh Allen has thrown everything off his back foot. Couple picks. J.C. Jackson is all over everything. D-Mac, 4 games, 4 picks. What's up? And they're on it's 3rd and 1, right? So they had 1st and goal at the 5. Sony for 2. Sony looked a little better at times. We'll talk about McDaniels and the play calling in a minute. It's 3rd and goal at the 1, right? And for some reason, I guess maybe because of the ineffectiveness of the line or the run game, or especially the goal line packages. I got a goal line package for you right here. I'm feeling a little frisky, a little NSFW right now. Excuse me. Calm down, guy. So maybe the goal line packages haven't been getting it done. The run game's been a little inefficient, but you get 2 yards the first 2 times. 2 plays to get 1 yard. Whether it's a Brady sneak, some Sex Burkhead, or maybe you just pound it in Sony style and up his rushing touchdown total. And they go with this little play. It wasn't even really a play action. Were they spread? Was he in the I don't know, was Brady, somebody tell me on the Facebook Live right now. I'm not exactly sure what it was. But he rolls right, and I always get, I don't know why, Brady rolling to the right. That's where bad things happen, like the pick to Champ Bailey in Denver and other things I need to stop bringing up because the Pats have 6 Super Bowls, and shut the fuck up, Fitzy. Looks like he thinks Myers is going to cut in, or maybe he's going Edelman in the back. Micah Hyde reads that real easy. Pick. That's 20-0 with 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Game over. I'll even go Hudson from Aliens. Game over, man. Game over. That's it. Finito. Just like last week, it would have been 20-0, like it was 20-0 in the first half, or 30-0, whatever it was against the JEST, jest. Ah, damn it. Is there anything more frustrating in sports, at least for a Pats fan, than when Brady throws a pick in the end zone? Oh, inexcusable. You're Tom Brady. You're better than that. You don't throw end zone picks. Actually, you've thrown a bunch of them. And I've screamed bloody murder and almost had my kids taken away from me each and every time. Seriously, CPS is going to get called if that happens again. But the defense grinds it out. Buffalo got a little momentum. I saw Evan Lazar from the CLNS or the CFNNM or whatever it is tweet out like that could be a momentum changer. And it was. It was a momentum changer. Just like the Jonathan Jones hit was as well. So, listen, a game, that kind of game, A, stats are for losers. Thank you, Belichick. B, thank God there are no style points awarded, just wins and losses. And C, that D. C, that D. I can't help it. It's tough not to back myself or paint myself into that corner, but man, C, that D. Woo! Golly, Jamie Collins, John Simon, Lawrence Guy, Kyle Van Noy, have a day. J.C. Jackson, blocked punt, 2 interceptions. Unreal. Matthew Slater, have a day. Congrats on your first touchdown. You'll have to forgive me, Matthew Slater, if I'm not quite, ready yet, because we're still just calming down after that. But maybe we'll squeeze one out together before we get to the end of this. All right, let's get to some of your questions. Those are some of my initial thoughts. Also, congratulations to Buffalo. You will probably make more civic or municipal money than you ever have before on DUIs and arrests tonight. So hope those Buffalo jails are up to code and nice and clean. Congratulations, Bills Mafia. If only we could take all the energy, all the false hopes, expectations, and pre-snap joy of Bills fans and turn that into a renewable energy or something. Maybe Buffalo could contact Elon Musk and maybe they could find a way to take all that tailgate energy and turn it into something positive. Because what a waste of time. Mahomes, I saw this also on the tweet box. Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes both had 0 touchdown passes today and 1. December 8th can't come soon enough. And the subsequent AFC Championship in which they will meet again. Man, the Bissell brothers are fucking magical people. I don't know what they do, but wow, they make some really good victory sauce. Let's see. We did not. Josh Gordon looks, speaking of someone who could use some victory sauce, Gordon either was tied up today or still looks like he just doesn't have that burst or that something. The wide receiver definitely needs a boost. F you, Antonio Brown. Take that $9 million and why don't you buy a seat on Richard Branson's space shuttle and not come back, you dick? Because if you stayed, this wouldn't be an issue, and you'd already have your seat on duck boat number 1 right next to Tom Brady between Brady and Edelman, and Gronk would probably throw you a beer. Talk about someone who has hit with duck boat beer syndrome and has never been hit in his head by a Super Bowl duck boat parade victory beer. God, Antonio Brown. Good luck with your 19 different lawsuits trying to reclaim the $61 million you say you've been jobbed out of, because you could have just earned another $6 to go along with that $9 million signing bonus Mr. Kraft is going to pay you. Wow, $9 million for 11 days of work. Where can I get a job like that, huh? Jackass. Brady's now 16-2 in Buffalo. He actually has more wins than Drew Bledsoe had in 3 years as quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. And I hate to come at Bledsoe like that because, man, I love me some Drew Bledsoe. Especially with the release of those throwback jerseys that they had this week at the Patriots Pro Shop, which they've kind of sold out of already. Wow. But yeah, that's just more of the remarkable nature. This is the compiling time. This is compiling time for Brady, where he's just going to pass. He's going to nip at the heels of Drew Brees with the passing yards. He's going to pass Peyton Manning and Brees for the touchdown pass record. He's just going to continue to keep the people of Buffalo under thumb as he reigns as their oppressor. And I hope to God he buys everybody a really, really, really nice Capital Grill or Del Frisco steak dinner on that defense this week, because couldn't have gotten it done without the D. They were the New England Patriots today, for sure. Jake Bailey, you stud. You absolute stud. You cannon-legged man weapon. I might go with that from now on. Cannon-legged man weapon. I like that. Sounds like sort of an X-Men kind of thing. And let's see. Oh, and also, Ben Watson, your return could not come soon enough. I know we're playing the Washington Deadskins next week, and that's already a dub. And I should be there, by the way, with a lot of the cast and crew from NFL Fan Therapy. Hopefully, I'll tell you guys at the end of the broadcast where we'll be and what's going to be going on. Would love to meet a bunch of you in the D.C., Alexandria, Virginia, Baltimore area, whatever. We should have a ton of fun going on next week, but that should be fun. That should be fun. I feel pretty good about 5-0. Let's see what's going on. Let's get to your questions. Ben Watson's suspension is over. That's right, Chris Leonard. It is. Have a tough time trusting you. You have 2 first names, or a first for a last. But you know what? Hey, you're right. The timing is everything. That's right. How's that pants tent for the defense? Whew, Kim Kukler-McGuckin. Kim Kukler-McGuckin. McGuckin? Yeah. Somebody actually, I tweeted out a little while ago. I was right. I retweeted and wrote, this is a great take. As we were all getting nervous towards the end of the game with the offense, they were driving, Sony was running, and then with 3.5 minutes left, they got 3 yards on first down, and then Brady threw 2 incompletions in a row, and one of which was a 30-yard wheel route to James White that was almost picked off. And I'm thinking, damn it, run the ball, because Buffalo had no timeouts. You'll get it down to 2 minutes. You'll pin him deep, and then you're going to say, okay, Matt Barkley, go 80 yards, score a touchdown, and beat us. But they gave him that extra minute, which of course ultimately led to Matt Barkley having a chance to throw the game-sealing pick at midfield, or at the Pats 40, which was fine. But that was not my favorite play calling right there. I've seen better play calling by the Pats there for sure. But yeah, that defense, man, it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable how good that defense is. Oh, and the point was, someone wrote, I actually feel more comfortable today with the Patriots defense on the field than I do with the offense. And I couldn't agree more with that. Did you ever think that you would live to live in a world? It made sense. It sounded stupid when it came out of my mouth, like most of the things I say. But yes, it made sense. Did you ever think you'd live to see a day? You would live to live in a world where you'd feel more comfortable with the Patriots defense on the field than the offense. Call it the Buffalo effect. Call it the attrition along the offensive line and the offense in general. Pats have already had more guys go to the IR this season than they did all of last season, or at least they're tied, so more will ultimately end up there probably. Yeah, pretty inconsistent. So, feeling good about that defense. Maybe next week Ben Watson comes back, you get him healthier, and maybe John Elway trades us Emmanuel Sanders or they pick up something. I don't know, but yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. Heath Albonetti, tough game for Brady. You're right, Heath. I was not crushing beers, but I was watching the Pats, and I'm feeling a little better about it now. Ricky Brisson, are you concerned with New England's offense? I'm not. That Buffalo defense is faux real. Now, that's a good point, Ricky. Ricky! A little better off dead always cheers me up. Ricky! Yes, I feel not as terrible. Like, if this was against a bad team and the Pats offense struggled, then I think we'd all feel a little less terrific. But New Buffalo's defense was going to be game. Sean McDermott gives Brady fits. I think coming into this game in 4 games, Brady only had 3 touchdowns against Sean McDermott defenses in Buffalo. So now that's 5 games against Sean McDermott, and Brady still only has 3 touchdowns and a pick. And now I think 5 picks on the whole. So he struggles against this defense. The guy knew what he was doing in Carolina, and obviously he's doing a good job of stymieing Brady and the Pats. But he just doesn't have the offensive horses. Also, Jonathan Jones, I owe you one, buddy. All right, let's see what else is going on. Katerina Fabrianakis Carpenter. Man, where do you people get these 57-letter names? God bless you. Okay, KFC. Now I turn her in. Okay, all right, whatever, that's fine. KFC says, I lost you. Jennifer Kinville, that's right, the Jennifer effect. The best part is that even though the media will shred Brady's performance, he will be 500 times harder on himself than anyone else to overperform and be explosive in the next game. That's totally what you can expect. Couldn't agree with you more, Wonder Twin. Could not agree with you more. Man, I feel bad that I lost KFC's comment. Where'd you go, KFC? There's just so many of you. Aiden Fitzgerald. Yo, Fitz, if you could get the Pats to sign one player right this second, who would you choose? Sign or trade? I wish Antonio Brown wasn't such a crazy asshole, because I'd say, Antonio, come back, apologize to Mr. Kraft for the tweet storm you went on a couple days after they cut you, make amends, and 19-0 was on the table. Like I said, I would love for them to trade for Emmanuel Sanders. I don't know if they can now because they're kind of cap-strapped thanks to Crazy Town Brown. So that's a tough one. I think they're going to have to just develop the guys that they have. Brady's going to probably have to put in the extra hours. And I'm sure he's thrilled about that because at age 42, that's what he wants to do is break in some new receivers and put in a couple extra hours because he totally hasn't done that yet. I think they're going to have to win with the guys that they got at this point, buddy. I don't see anyone shaking free. It's not like they can knock on Tennessee's door and be like, hey, remember when you guys signed Adam Humphries and we offered him more money, but he was too goody two-shoes to take the deal with us, and then he went to you, and you guys are not that interesting and probably aren't making the playoffs? Want to give him us in that giant contract? Because the Pats can't, because they can't fit him under the cap. And also, I hate to go full Patino on you, but Rob Gronkowski is not walking through that door. I just don't think Gronk is coming back, guys. They're going to have to win with what they got, and that is that. Stop me if you've heard this before. It is what it is. Uh-oh. David Daler asks, what's up with Finkelkowski? Just imagine the things you would have said, the regrettable choice of words, the items you would have broken, the sins you would have committed if the Patriots, God forbid, and thank God we don't have to worry about forbidding in the face of our God right now, if the Pats had lost 17-16 and Gostkowski and his freaking missed extra point. He's got 4 missed extra points in the season now. He's got as many extra points on the seasons as games played, games won, and picks made by Devin McCourty. It's unreal. If they had lost 17-16, when are they going to bring in someone to put some pressure on him? What are they going to do? When are they going to find the guy that tried to, the sports psychologist that Chuck Knobloch employed 20 years ago when he was airmailing balls and breaking the face of Keith Olbermann's mom sitting in the stands at Yankee Stadium? When are they going to find a sports psychologist for this guy? Because he's just terrible right now. He is Suckowski right now. He's not good. He's no, Judge, you're just not. You stink. Okay, I mean he stinks right now, and they've never really brought in anyone to put pressure on him, create a little competition. They're going to have to do something because these missed extra points. One of them is going to come around to bite you on the ass or the tip, or both, or maybe in between, right on the old dude bridge. And if it does, and it costs them a win, like it kind of has before in a couple of games that I'm not going to bring up right now because I'm in too good a mood, this beer is delicious, and we're having fun on the old Wicked Piss of Postgame Live. Yeah, they're going to need to change that. So, Steve, figure it out, guy. Actually, my buddy Jim Hackett, the Hacksaw over at WEI, who does the fantasy show every Sunday morning, he did an article on the old EI.com this week talking about how all the balls are missing the same way. It's like he's got like this fade, and they're going to the right. Fade and to the right. Fade and to the right. But it's like, who golfs? Any of you guys golf? Cool. Me winning isn't, you do. Good grammar. So, you know when you try to like correct for your slice, and all you end up doing is like turning your body, and then you slice even more, or then that's when you hit it straight and you shank it into the woods on the left. It's like Gostkowski is trying to account for this friggin' slice that he's developed out of nowhere. Who the fuck develops a slice in their kicking game in their mid to late 30s? I don't know, but our kicker has, and he needs to figure it out, or they should bring in Carly Lloyd. All right, I don't mean that. I said it, I don't mean it, like half the things I say. All right, Trent Williams. Josh Samples, president of the Houston Patriots fan club. That's a great idea. I think he's got like a $450 million cap hit or something. Like he's got a giant contract this season. I don't know how in the world they'd be able to figure that one out. He would make a difference because the Lions haven't, to borrow a line from Peyton Manning back in like 2005, there were some protection problems out there today. We had some protection problems. Yeah, there were some protection problems, but also there were just some line problems, period. Shaq Mason is having a surprisingly kind of down season for someone who has been one of the top 5 ranked guards in the NFL for the last 5 years. I mean, he's been a hoss, but he's having a down year. Joe Tooney's hurt. He missed some practice time earlier in the week. You got Marcus Cannon, the adult film name. He's playing dinged up on the right-hand side. You got a guy they literally picked up off waivers who came from, like, he wasn't good enough for the Raiders because they've got Trent Brown now, although I think Brown's playing right tackle. So you got Marshall Newhouse filling in for Isaiah Wynn. You got David Andrews out for the season and Teddy K doing his best up the middle. The line just doesn't have any continuity right now. So that's why the running game isn't as good, and you lose Devlin, and Jakob Johnson's doing the best he can, but he hasn't picked up the offense yet. That's going to account for protection problems, running issues, and the offense just not having it, not having this. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Okay, good. Yes, Gostkowski, he stinks. We do need Gronk back, Kimberly Lemaire. I couldn't agree with you more. I don't know. Laces out. I don't think there was one of those in the preseason, but I think that's not the issue right now. Yes, we're not getting Gronk back. I agree with you guys. We'd love to have the Gronk back, but I don't think he's coming back. Matthew C., we love the new morning show on EEI. Thank you very much. I'll take 60% of the credit for that. Let's see. There's KFC. McCourty with his 4th pick. I missed your first comment earlier, Katerina Carpenter. Thank you very much for chiming in. Hey, Linda Carl. You know what? Here we go. This is what we need right here. You're a top fan for a good reason. What a game. We're on to Washington. I cannot wait for the game next week. Want to know why? Because after a game like that where we all aged 5 years on the inside for 3 hours of our football viewing Sunday life, it's going to be nice to have a good old-fashioned, get the game right, heal up, rest your head and your heart, ass whooping. No better place than to go down and to show America's capital via America's team, the most hated team in the world, your New England Patriots, 4-0 Super Bowl champs. Go down there and show them what real football is all about. Could not, like the football doctor could literally not order anything better. I mean, that barbecue chicken pizza I've got waiting upstairs when I finish this and the other beers I have, that's close to the best thing you could possibly order right now. But playing the Redskins, playing the Deadskins down there in Washington next week, that is exactly what the Pats need. That's where they can iron out some of these kinks and hopefully get through this first half of the season undefeated before the lumber comes to town and the real games against Dallas and Kansas City kick in the second half. What else we got? Timothy Hartney. Shower beers, brother. Shower beers. Here we go. Yeah, Gostkowski, he's going to need, I'm telling you, they got to bring somebody in. I'm not sure what's going on. Is there a worse announcer than Dan Fouts? That's a simple question, and here's a simple answer. No. There is not. He is terrible. For Christ's sakes, Will Ferrell used to do a friggin' parody of Dan Fouts 20 years ago when he was on Monday Night Football, making it sound like he was a clueless, CTE deranged drunk uncle at Thanksgiving. And somehow he still has a job with Ian, who should be Ian, but it's Ian because why not? Ian Eagle and Dan Fouts. I tell you, every time those guys, when I see those two calling a game for the Pats, I don't know why, but my nuts, I go full turtle and I get a starfish pucker. Because I just know something's going to be weird in this game. I get max turtle and a puckered starfish every time, and I get like the meat sweats. If I don't have any more Ian Eagle, Drunkle Dan Fouts games the rest of the season or ever, I'll be fine with that. What else we got? A couple more questions. Oh, man. Billy K. I miss Devlin. You're not the only one, guy. James Devlin, I think I just did the Fan Cred fourth quarter with Andy Hart from EEI.com, formerly of the Pats. he said, he was saying, like, it's not just on the field where the Patriots will miss Devlin. Yeah, he had a bunch of touchdowns last year. He could have plowed that one in at the one instead of Brady rolling out and throwing the pick at the end of the first half. They're going to miss him on the field for the touchdowns. They're going to miss him blowing open all those holes like he did, especially in that boss postseason for Sony Michel. And just in general. Now, he did travel with the team today, so hopefully he continues to do that while he's rehabbing from the neck and the back injury. Don't be looking for him to come off the IR. That's not the kind of stuff you want to mess with. I still think it's going to be N'Keal Harry. Now, there's the best pickup the Pats may be able to make. He can come back at the bye week. They could trade for a starting left tackle and a number 2 wide receiver for free with Harry and Wynn. That'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, they missed Devlin big time. But I like what I've seen from Jakob Johnson. I love the name. Love what I see from him so far. Hopefully they can get him more involved. Trust him to try to blow open a hole. I know, again, so many questionable phrases. But hey, so goes the wicked piss of postgame, huh? Let's see who else we got here real quick. And thanks to you guys for joining us. Thousands have checked in overall. We got 300 live right now. This is a beautiful thing. Fitzy, did you see the guy on the Bill sideline? Oh, damn. So many questions are coming through so quick. I missed that. Who said something about a guy walking in or doing something crazy on the sideline? New holder for Gostkowski is making for the misses. I don't think Jake Bailey is to hold accountable because Gostkowski was starting to have a little bit of the XP shakes last season, and now they seem to have continued and manifested themselves more significantly this season. So we'll see. I mean, well, you're not getting Ryan Allen back. He's not walking through that door anytime either. I don't even think he has a job right now. How could no one in the rest of the NFL want a punter who legitimately was a top 3 candidate for Super Bowl MVP? These are the things that plague the mind of the Mad fan. Fitzy, would you consider putting D-Mac on offense? He catches everything. Matthew Dudley, you brilliant son of a bitch. Unfortunately, we can't afford to get him hurt because that defense is so good. Right now, the defense is the most important unit. I feel like that's an adult film I tried to watch on Scramble Porn Hotel Vision years ago. The most important unit. We can't possibly do that, but yeah. Andy Dick, we can't. Great idea, but there's no way we can do it. Andy Dickinson, who's the commentary team next week? I'm not entirely sure. Oh God, if Ian Eagle and Drunkle Dan Fouts follow us to DC, I'll be watching that game on WFML because fuck my life. Let's see. They just took him. Blah blah blah. Yes, Jim Kelly was finally part of a ring ceremony today when he gave the bride away at halftime. Chris Leonard. If you stole that from someone on Twitter, that's okay because you brought it to the party here, and that is a funny-ass line. Very good. I know, when they said, like, oh, there's going to be a marriage at the half today at New Era Field for the Buffalo Bills, the first ever in NFL history, I was like, oh, I had no idea. Oh, is it Bills fans marrying a toilet? No, it's the Bills marrying disappointment because they've gone hand in hand for so many years together. It's a beautiful match. And by the way, I would like to point out that... this was one of those games where, like, the other fan base and that team got so geeked up they called it their Super Bowl. So I guess this was Buffalo's Super Bowl this year, and we know how Buffalo does in Super Bowls. I'll wait for it. Sorry, not sorry, Buffalo. Let's see. Collinsworth is pretty bad. Actually, I kind of like Collinsworth. The meat sweats. Serious meat sweats. I'm way behind. You guys have so many questions. So many comments. We're all feeling so much better right now, right? We're relieved. We're getting into the freshies after the game. The liquid relax, the 16-ounce cans of chillax. Of course, I'm enjoying a little Bissell Brothers right here. I don't know what you guys have in the beer fridge, but enjoy yourselves. We're feeling better. We knew the offense was going to struggle. We knew there were going to be growing pains. And we knew because of the fact that there was a little switcheroo, a little insky-outy on the offensive line, there would be trouble, especially because it's in Buffalo, because that environment is so World War Z hostile. And because Sean McDermott does live, not in Brady's head, but like down the street, and he's that neighbor, you always wonder, like, hey, if I take a piss in the backyard, does he see me? Is he the kind of guy who, like, doesn't like if I put the trash out early according to the neighborhood rules? That's the kind of neighbor I guess McDermott is to Brady. He's in the neighborhood and he gives him trouble, right? I get it. So they survived. You live to win another week. Try to work on the offensive line things. Trust the Scar. He's the man to get it done. The receivers, they'll continue doing their thing, and hopefully, like I said, go to the victory buffet that is helping yourselves to a point to Palooza against the Deadskins next week. Probably be feeling much better. And then got the Thursday night game against Dickie Dimes, old Danny Dimes, and the New York Giants. Here we go. Tonight's menu, starfish and turtle. That's right, loopholes. Let's see. Last couple questions. Didn't like that hit on Josh. Yeah, we definitely missed Heath Albonetti. We missed Boom Tower today. Yeah, the defense played that well, and they didn't have arguably their best linebacker out there today. Although I got to tell you, the way Kyle Van Noy and Jamie Collins have been playing, next level. Like Jamie Collins is on a cheat code, and Kyle Van Noy now, they picked him up in 2016. Thanks, Detroit. You couldn't have used him today or ever. Just seems to get it. Like he is just plugged in. Great off the edge, timely blitzes, good hands, sure tackling, everything you would want. Talk about just sitting on the shelf behind the plastic. The prototypical Belichick linebacker. Absolutely love it. Brilliant. All right, last couple ones. Cody Martinez. Sean McDermott is a pussy. He called those QB traps in the A-gap. Practically asked to take Allen out. All right, you said it. I repeated it. And that's our new segment here on the Wicked Piss of Postgame. You said it. I repeated it. Thanks, Cody. Ty Jones, you find it ironic that just after discussing the Drew Bledsoe hit, Josh Allen counted to potatoes in the tent? A little bit. Are you and Mike D ever going to do another episode of Foxborough and Friends or any Facebook Live? We'll try to do something if we can, but we can't do all the same stuff that we used to do because, of course, Mike Dussault, formerly of patspropaganda.com, now works for Patriots.com. And since he's a company man, you can hear him pre- and post-game with Hardy from 98.5, Paul Perillo, Megan O'Brien, and the rest of the gang. And I got to tell you, Mike does a bang-up job. He's got his dream job, and they don't usually live themselves, but he's doing a damn good job at it. Van Noy and Collins are phenomenal. You're right, Josh. See, damn straight. Hightower would have plugged up that run game. I know, there were a couple of gores up the guts. There were also a couple of quick Cole Beasleys and John Browns. For a second there, I was like, Stephon Gilmore, you may feel a little bit bad that you left Buffalo after they drafted you and took the big money in New England, but you don't have to feel like let up big passes to John Brown from Matt Barkley bad. Asking for a friend or a few million. Anyway, they won. Jennifer Kinville, I'd like to push Kellerman, Parker, and the rest of the gang off a cliff. Please do so. Send them off the same cliff that Brady's supposed to keep falling off. Wasn't a perfect game for Brady. He probably will tell you, or I'm sure he probably said in his post game that he could have done a better job. A lot of them could have done a better job. They got the win. That's the most important part. And I'll pretend to tell you that I'll be a total tough guy and hit him with tough questions tomorrow when I will probably turtle back into my fanboy shell and be a complete puss. So you guys can call me out on that when you want to later on. And your last question comes from Arthur Morton. Says Brady was a little off to say the least. Wow, no one. Jennifer Dennis says Brady called today's game. Oh, their performance riveting. Yes, 'twas a riveting performance by that offense, to say the least. Oh, and Pistachio Brandon. That's a great first name. I've always wanted to be named after a nut. If you could be named after a nut, which nut would you be named after? Please nobody respond. Pistachio Brandon. Yeah, we could have won if Allen didn't get hurt, all the Bills fans will say. Yeah, he was killing us with his 3 picks and 150 yards. Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? We'll let all the Bills fans who take it out on each other and vomit in each other's mouths and make human centipedes and spend the night in jail say that to themselves as they cry their way to 3-0, second place, and another also ran in the AFC East. Wow. We're the worst. You know what, actually? We're the best at being the worst. All right, guys, that's it for the Wicked Piss of Postgame Live. Thank you, guys. Thank hundreds and thousands of you guys for hanging, chilling, having a cold one, and talking game. Please continue to hit me up with questions here on the Book of Face or across the socials at FitzyGFY. And yes, be on the Greg Hill Show this week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Put out a couple of Today in Patriots on the IG this week. The only 1 minute of news and nonsense you absolutely do not need when it comes to being a Pats fan. And next weekend, we will be in the Washington, D.C. area. I believe there's a place in Old Town Alexandria called Murphy's that has like the big Pats fan club of the D.C. area. They're going to be having a big tailgating party from like 2 to 10. If we get there, we'll stretch it to this one goes to 11. See how many 80s movie references I can work into the post game today. We'll be there next week. It'll be me, the production crew at GFY Studios. We'll have Francis from NFL Fan Therapy, a bunch of the other NFL Fan Therapy guys. So we'll be hanging there and partying. Then we'll be at the tailgate the next day, and we'll be going to the game at Dead X Field when we see the Pats kick the crap out of the Deadskins. So I hope some of you guys make it down there. Anyone watching in the D.C. area, hit us up. Come say hi, hang 'em high, GFY. Let's have a cold one together if you get a chance. All right. Last looks. Love you, Fitzy. Thank you, KKM. Kim Kukla McGuckin, love you. Greatness from Brian Bell. Jason Combe just joined. Jason, you son of a bitch, Ted Affleck, you're joining just in time for me to say thank you very much, everyone, for watching a little Fitzatorium Wicked Piss of Postgame Live presented by whoever the hell didn't pay for this. We'll talk to you on the radio this week. We'll see you on the interwebs. Patriots 16, Bills 10, Bills Mafia greater than the Bills Mafia. And remember, you got the greatest coach, you got the greatest fans, you got the greatest quarterback and the greatest owner in all of professional sports. You apologize for nothing and you be proud of everything. Take care. God bless. Go Pats. And of course, go fuck yourselves.